Hey everybody, Daniele Hargenrader here, founder of True You Fitness and Diabetes Dominator, here today to bring you a video about a couple of topics that go hand in hand together that I don't think get addressed nearly often enough. Those two topics are aspiration and coddling our fears, and they go together for many reasons. So just from the beginning, aspiration, to aspire to be more, to do better, to give more of ourselves, to improve ourselves so that we can contribute back to the world, to be the person that we know that we were born to be. Every single person on this earth was born to be something special. And whatever that is, it's up to us to find that out for ourselves. But generally I found it's kind of whatever it is that you're passionate about, and it most likely may not have anything to do with the job that you're in right now. It's something that might be a hobby or helping other people. For me, it was, I didn't know what my meaning in the world was until I got past my own personal struggles of being 200 pounds, diabetes being out of control, and taking myself from obese to athlete. At that time I realized that I was here on this earth to help other people understand that the journey to health is not horrible. It's not this horrible monster that we make it out to be. It's a fantastic, amazing journey that we get to be on for the rest of our lives. And it really, for me, was a distinction of one word that changed everything for me. Was years back when I realized that I hated diabetes so much. I just felt horrible about it. I hated it. Why did this happen to me? And that's how I lived my life for 15 years. And then one day, through some really awesome personal development seminars by one of my other mentors in this world, Tony Robbins, I made the distinction that diabetes didn't happen to me, it happened for me. And it happened for me so that I could take my experiences, my struggles, my strengths, and all of my wins and my losses, turn that into experience and create a system to help other diabetics so that they didn't have to take 15 years to get where I ended up being. I could give them a really huge shortcut on getting there. So the point being, when I realized that, I realized what I was here, and I aspired every day since then, here I am talking to you now, to be that person, to lead by example, to show other diabetics that diabetes does not have to rule your life. So whatever your struggle in life is, and sometimes really we don't even realize what our passion is because we see it covered up in something that looks like a struggle or a hardship, right? But usually those struggles and those hardships prepare us to be a version of ourselves that we could not have been had it not been for that struggle or hardship. So to aspire to be something more, better, being able to contribute back to the world and serve others in a more real way, that is okay. And that is one of the things where we go into coddling fears, because most people think that it's selfish to want to take time to spend on developing yourself as a person. They feel they have all these other priorities that are more important than developing yourself from the inside, knowing who you are, getting in touch with your heart and your soul and your brain, so you can contribute yourself and give of yourself more generously to everyone in your life. So it's okay. That's the first thing I want to say. Not only is it okay, it's outstanding if you aspire to be more. That is the human way. Human beings from day one, whenever that was, have always aspired to be more, to get better, to make things better for new generations. So you feeling that way is okay. So stop feeling like that's selfish. But then we get into the fear part. Most people do have that aspiration, but they let it stagnate because they're afraid of all of the negative outcomes that they think might happen. And in our culture nowadays, we've kind of rallied around this negativity where, you know, we're always expecting the worst, and you look at the news and you barely ever hear anything about great stuff that's going on, but there's so much great stuff going on out there, we just don't hear about it. But we hear about this bad news and we hear about this bad stuff, and a lot of people are only inclined to share their stories when it's bad because they want sympathy or they need connection, and we just get this idea in our mind that it's okay to be afraid and just let that fear rule our lives. We need to stop coddling our fears. People start and go towards their aspiration and they're, well, I would do that, but I'm afraid that I might lose something, or I might grow further away from my partner, or I might, lose my job. But, the growing part is oftentimes something major has to happen for you to move forward. What if we switched our mindsets to say, instead of, well, what if all this negative stuff happens? What if I excel at what it is that I'm trying to do? I am able to reach out and help many other people, or just my kids. What if I, lose 50 pounds, feel amazing, and my children start eating healthy foods too, so that they can live the rest of their lives forever because I influence them? What if we just stacked all of these positive things that could happen instead of the negative things? Because stacking the negative things and letting them influence your decisions to the point where you don't act is coddling your fears. Stop coddling your fears. Me too. I'm not saying you, just you. I had a huge struggle with this, but right now, at where I am in my life, I do not coddle fears anymore. Fears, they're there, I acknowledge them, but I do not allow them to influence my decisions, because if I did, I certainly wouldn't be standing in front of this camera right now pouring my heart out, my beliefs and how I feel about life to you, because I would feel too afraid that you'd be judging me. But you know what? I know that my passions are to help other people realize their passions and to live the lives that they wanted to live, becoming their true you, your true you. Hence the name of my whole business, True You Fitness, is because I want to help other people become their true selves. And you have a purpose as well, and only you know what that purpose is. But I just wanted to say, get a little bit over talk on aspiration, that it's okay, it's not selfish, and it's necessary for us as human beings to aspire to be better, so that we can help raise the consciousness of everybody around us, so that we can all be a more open, loving, accepting, tolerant, whole entire world full of human beings that love each other. So aspiration is absolutely necessary, and don't coddle your fears. The next time you hear a fear creeping into your mind, if we're here and we're doing a session, we're training, and I say, do 10 push-ups, and you're feeling like, no, I can't do that, just shut that fear up. Even if you can't do it, make sure that you put forth your best effort to see what you can do, and then build from there, okay? So aspire to be more, kick those fears in the butt, don't coddle them anymore, and always remember, no matter when it is or what's going on in your life, that you are always stronger than you think you are. See you on the next video.